Okay, today we're gonna go out driving for the bus and how to drive on the road. So it will be a short one because main part is just give you an idea on driving. Okay, all right, let's go. Now first thing, always make sure you have the seats on. You close the door, and then make sure that we have sufficient. That is the air that we have sufficient. And for this bus, then it's at 120. That means the governor cuts out, right? So now then we're gonna go and press down our service, release it, press hard, we're gonna back up. Now we're gonna check on both sides, make sure it's clear, then we can back up, okay? All right, so before I do that, I wanna make sure that I adjust my mirror, right? So it's always helpful, adjust the mirror so that it makes sure that it's ready on both sides. Make sure I'm able to do that, right? Okay, and then look forward, always in turn, always check both sides, make it all clear, not okay? All right. Bus actually is pretty easy to drive, right? Because it's just like a car, right? Except it's longer. So our goal is like we gotta make sure our rear end able to make it, right? So that's the main key parts about bus driving, okay? So at the exit, we're gonna make a right, okay? Very good. Again, we pull up forward. Your whole body needs to lean forward to see it. Make sure I'm able to see on both sides. All right, so I make sure that I'm able to see it clearly, right? As you notice, a small car we can just already gone, right? But this is a bus. Do not do that, okay? That's one of the habits that we have to change. Remember, it has to be completely clear. Then we can start turning, okay? If you don't do that, you'll see that by the time we turn, they catch up to us already, right? So that's why. Now, you can see if that's sufficient, then we can pull it out, all right? Turn, we're gonna stay in the middle lane, okay? For the bus, we're gonna stay in the middle lane, all right? So once we stay in the middle lane, once we're done, then we stay there. So again, I'm constantly watching. I'm seeing who's on my left, who's on my right. I'm constantly looking at my speed-wise, what I'm on. If it's on this road is 40 miles per hour, my speed needs to be on 40, okay? It's very easy to speed, to go over. So you gotta watch out for your speed, okay? And again, it's just a normal driving, right? So then you gotta check on both sides constantly. Make sure we're in the center of the lane, okay? So as you can see, I need to see one block ahead. You notice it's turned red, right? So I would need to prepare and then not keep on pressing the accelerator, and so we can kind of roll in, right? But we don't want to roll in too long either, so it's got to be the proper amount. See, it's already turned green. We need to proceed already, right? Again, check both sides, constantly watching, make sure that there's no one standing around. We got to keep ourselves a distance with the cars in front of us. At the signal, we're going to make a right, okay? So we're going to put a right signal. Any crosswalk here, you cannot change, okay? It's pretty much allowing us over, all right? So let's come on in. Put it off. Once we come in, we check on both sides, shut off the light, okay? At the signal, make a right, so you're going to put on the right signal, okay? Once we put on the right signal, slow it down. Because remember, this is a bus, right? It's hard to stop. This bus itself is hard to stop. What you want to stop, sufficient. If it's yellow light, make sure you put a sound, okay? So your horn. As you notice, we come directly to the left lane because there's a bus right here, right? So we gotta go, turn accordingly, okay? Gotta kind of look ahead and see where you're at. At the signal, make a left. So you put on left signal, watch, check clear, pull in. As you can see, I don't wait until my whole bus comes in, then I shut it off, okay? Signal, make a left, put on the left signal. Alright, as you can see, we slow it down. Alright, slow it down. You see that at 45, at that distance, it takes a lot of work to stop. Alright? So once we stop, we have to be able to see. You see there's two lines there. We have to be able to see the front line, and as well as a portion of the left, the second lane, right? The second line for the crosswalk. Okay, you cannot go so close in the front. Okay. Now then, when we pull it forward, where do we want? So as you can see, we're going to go all the way. Always, we go all the way to the right lane, right? Always all the way to the right lane. So I'm going to show you where to turn at a proper turn for the lane. As you can see, I need to see on the left side that I'm seeing the white lane, right? Then you make that turn. You see that? Comes back in here. All good. You can see it goes right in, right? So make the left turn. You got to put on the signal. Shut it off. Okay. Again, we're driving, so we got to watch left and right. Check, make sure it's on both sides. There's no one's around. Okay. This is a bus, so it's a lot easier. So it's not that difficult. Okay. Now we're gonna do a couple left turn and a couple right turn, and we'll be there. Okay. And we're gonna do an emergency stop. All right. So that will be the calling. Right. So as you can see, it breaks up. Right. We always stay on the right lane. Okay. Always on the right lane. At the stop sign, you're going to make a right. Okay? Stop sign, make a right. And at this point, you can put on the signal. Alright? Again, check. Always check for traffic. Check to make sure it's clear. Alright? So we're coming slow down. This is just like a regular car, right? Again, stop. 1, 2, 3. Then you proceed. Okay? If I can't see, I gotta lean myself forward to check, make sure it's clear. Then I turn. Okay. When I turn, look at the bottom here. Make sure my second axle, my tire, comes through. Okay. So that make sure that it comes around it. Okay. All right. So at the stop sign, you're gonna make a left. Okay. Stop sign, make a left, so we'll put on the left signal, okay? Again, as you can see, we stop here, right? But can we see on the side? We can't, right? So always once, 1, 2, 3, done, then we pull forward. We want to be able to see both sides, right? You can see, I can see the left side, but can I see the right side? Not yet. So I need to pull forward more until I'm able to see both sides. See, there's a car coming right now, right? So we're gonna wait until he passes, right? All right, now we're gonna turn, okay? When we turn, always again to the right lane, right? You can see it's a pretty big turn, right? So come on over. Perfect, right there, okay? All right, now, once we go, at the signal, make a left, okay? Left turn. So, at the DMV, it's going to be a lot of left turn, right turn, and that, to do those turns, okay? That's what's going to happen at the DMV. All right, as you notice, I'm looking ahead, right? See how it turns yellow? That's the part a lot of students fail on because they didn't calculate ahead of time to stop, right? To slow down. Prior to it, you need to slow down so you can do that proper turn, okay? And once we stop, we don't move, okay? All right. So now we're waiting. As you can see, now we're going to make a left turn. You're going to see in front, okay? All right. Now then again. Any intersection that we check, make sure it's clear. As you can see, I'm checking just in case the turn. As you can see, I'm coming over. You see, comes right over. Turn here. Now that I check my back, you can see it's perfect. You see that? It comes on, and So you want to turn so that you don't hit the white line. Does that make sense? So that you got a proper turn. Okay? At the signal, we're going to make a right. Okay? Signal make a right. So you put on right signal. Right? As you notice, I let go a little bit. So I can be at proper speed. And I'm going to make a right turn. Okay? Alright. Okay, slow it down. Then again, check, make sure it's clear. Make sure my tire comes in. Right? That's good. Come on in. That's good. Right there. Okay? Alright. Now then, I'm going to do a quick, we call it emergency stop or stop and start. Okay? You got to do a quick one. Okay? So this way you guys know what to do. Alright? But it obviously needs to be on a white line, right? So, but a lot of these places here, they don't have the white line. So I'm going to find a location to do that, okay? Alright. So I got to watch my speed, okay? Because over here the turn is at what? 25, right? If the turn is 25, those are for the regular small cars. It's not for the bus, not for a commercial car. So we have to go a little bit slower. Because it's 25, you go about 23 will be fine, right? Will be sufficient for the turn. At the signal, make a right. So we're going to put on right hand signal. All right. Again, how do we stop? We have to be able to see the tire, all right? You see that? We have to be able to see the tire. Once we stop, that's it. Okay, do not move forward, okay? Unless the car, of course, in the front move forward, then we move forward, okay? Otherwise, you cannot go stop and go like that, okay? All right, same thing again. Do not turn on red, okay? We stop completely, we wait here. Now, in the event if there's people crosswalk, you have to stay here. You cannot move, okay? And you want to stop on a red light, right? Kill time. Kill time. This is the only time you wanted to have red light. Alright, so once we turn, we'll come all the way, come to the side, right there. As you can see, I'm looking at, what am I looking at? I'm looking at the bottom here, make sure my rear tire comes along, okay? Alright, so we're going to do a real quick go on the freeway, so you know or experience what freeway is like, okay? So we're going to put on the signal, alright? As the signal, make a right, alright? Again, watch. Looking for pedestrians, looking for cars, right? Slow it down. We have to stop, right? Remember, once it turns yellow, we have to stop. Obviously, this is not okay, right? So you can see right away, you gotta turn, right? So we gotta pay attention at the DMV. That's what's going to happen there also. The DMV is going to have a right turn arrow. You gotta pay attention to that. Because if it turns yellow, turns green, and you don't go, that's automatic fail, okay? So anytime you're going to have a ticket or a possible cause of an accident, that's automatic fail, okay? Again, watch on both sides, check it's good, all right, we press. It's 40 miles per hour, so we're going to make sure that we speed up. We have that limit, okay? When we go downhill, we got to go slower, right? 35, okay? Let's speed up really quick. Alright? Alright, I see ahead of time, it's, you can see cars are putting on their brakes, so I know going to stop in front, right? So I slow down already. Remember, this is a bus. It takes a lot to slow down, okay? So you start to slow down ahead of time so you give yourself proper amount. Of course, you got to watch not to stop too late, too early either, right? So that means you're holding up the traffic, right? So you notice I'm checking how long has it been green, right? Am I able to go through? If I'm able to go through, I'm going to speed on and go through it, okay? All right. So if it's yellow, it's on your horn, okay? So then the cars know that you're here, all right? All right, once we stop, we stop. And that's it. Now, in the case if small cars comes out here, what do? Do you let them go? Do you let them go first? No. You do not let them go. You have to go forward. The purpose for that is not because we want to be rude, but because if they pull out, and let's say if they make a left turn and they get hit, right? We become responsible. We're part of the responsible, and we don't want that, okay? Not that we don't want to respect other drivers, but for their safety, because they can't see, right? Okay. They can't see, so you want to make sure that you move on forward and not let them go. Okay? That's for their safety, okay? So that's the differences, okay? It's important that we pull forward. We don't let them come in. Especially a bus or a truck, right? See, we don't want to let them go, right? All right, so now we're going to go on freeway. We're going to go 60 west. So for freeway, it's the easiest part, okay? So again, we got turn signal. Once we turn on the signal, again, we got to make sure our trailer is able to, our back of our bus able to come through, right? You see how we watch, we should go through. Always again on the right lane, right? So once you're on the right lane, you're going to make a left turn signal because you are merging the lanes, right? So we got to make sure we put on the left signal, press your gas, check for your speed of your other cars coming in, proper speed. Make sure never go above 55 miles per hour, okay? Check, make sure it's clear, merge in, alright? So merge in, come on in, that's good, come on in, that's good. Alright, once I come in, once my bus completely comes in, I shut off the light, okay? Now then, we're going to exit on 7th Avenue, okay? So again, we got to be at a proper speed, no more than 55, right? So we go speed up, make sure we're at the proper speed. Again, check both sides, constantly look. Make sure to be alert. Of course, we check the back of the seat, make sure the passengers are okay. See, as you notice, I keep on watching, I check my speed, I check my side, I make sure I'm on the proper lane, okay, constantly looking, okay? Alright, we're exiting on the 7th Avenue, okay? So we put on the signal, we exit, okay? Alright, as you can see, the turn is going to be at 25. 20 miles per hour, right? So we gotta start slowing down already, right? Slow down, we go down the speed. It's at 20, we need to go about 18, yeah? Bring down to 18. Of course, over there stop already, right? So make a turn. As you can see, we don't want to hit the white lines, okay? Try not to hit the white lines if we can prevent it, okay? And you can see we have the front lights, right? So we can see, not front lights, the mirrors, right? So we're able to see how our spacing is, right? So it kind of give you indications. Front lights, and you can see on the side. We're gonna make sure we don't hit it, lines. Okay. Again, there's a turn. So at the signal, we're gonna make a right. And that's your freeway. So the most important part about the freeway is if you're merging in, make sure you can slow down, but you cannot stop. Unless, of course, the traffic flow comes complete stop. Then you have to stop. Otherwise, do not stop. Okay? Alright, making a right turn without a check. How long has been turning? We're good. Then we're going to go. We're going to turn. There's a truck right here. We're going to stay on the left lane. Okay? Alright, so stay on the left lane. Come on over. As the truck is here. Again, just speed it up. Alright. Once we pass, then we come on back to the right side. Okay? Once we clean back in, then we shut off the light. Okay? Now we're going to learn about how to do an emergency stop. Okay? So an emergency stop, we're going to put on the signal first. Make sure it's clear. We're going to park on the side here. Okay? Alright? So the examiner is going to tell you you're going to do emergency stop right in front. Alright. So we pull on the side. Make sure that you can see it from the side here. You can see, right? You're able to see on the side. But you got to make sure you are completely next to it, right? Once your tire is right there, that's good. Once we stop, right away, we put on our four-way flasher. Okay? Always, that's the first thing you do. Put on your four-way flasher, put on neutral, pull your brake, let go your feet. Then you wait for next instruction. Okay? Once we're done, we set and wait for the examiner to give you the next instruction. You hold on and wait. Okay? Now, then the examiner going to check the side. All looks good. Everything is fine. Then the examiner is going to say, all right, let's go. So what is this called? It can call emergency stop. It can be called pull over. Okay? Or it's called stop and start. These different terms all meaning the same thing. That's what we're going to do and pull on the side. Okay, now we're ready to go. Now when we're ready to go, we do the reverse rental, right? First thing, press down your service, press down your brake, press down drive, okay? Then once you put down drive, you put, of course, you shut off and turn your signal. You see that? Okay. Once you get your left turn signal, a lot of students make this mistake. You go on the look on the left. Remember, you have to look on the right. Why is that? Because the small car might come out this way. If you're only paying attention to the left, while he comes out, bam. Because you pull up, you hit him. Does that make sense? So it's important that you're looking on both sides. Okay? Once you see both sides, it's clear, clean, good, and you pull out and you stay on the ground. Always again on the right lane. Okay? So it's important that you're on this lane. Okay? Again, now check the speed, 35, not to exceed it. Right? Speed. So we're going to make a left turn at the signal. So we're going to come in. And once it comes in, check, make sure it's both sides good, then you shut off the light. Okay? Alright? At the signal, make a left. Alright? Alright, here I'm going to show you how to make a left turn. Alright? It's important to show you how that left turn is done. As you can see, this is solid line, so obviously we cannot be on it, right? So we got to make sure that our truck and trailer, our bus is completely inside. Yeah? Okay. Look at that big turn. Alright. So you can see over there, that's 2 lanes. Okay, so we're parking all the way to the right. When we pull up, pull in, all the way to the right. So which means we need to go further out, okay? So where do we turn? That's the point. You can see this is 2 lanes, right? So when you can see when the yellow line, you see the divider, yellow line, see that sky, just cuts off all. Make sure it's next to us, then we turn. Okay? And you can see, perfect. See that? Okay? Make sure that it's next to us so our turn is perfectly comes in. Alright? Remember, when we're crossing over railroad track, we gotta make sure that we turn on the emergency. Okay? So here, once we pass, then we start slowing down. Alright? Here, then we start turning around. Okay? Once we turn on emergency, then when we're coming close, we gotta make sure we come complete stop. Okay? And then turn on the door. Okay? Alright, once we stop, we open the door. Okay? Because we're listening if there's any train, right? Okay, good. Then we close the door. Then we proceed. Of course, double check, make sure it's all clear. Then we turn it off. Okay? Then we turn it off. Alright, proceed forward. We'll do it again. There's another one. Okay? As you notice, I'm pressing my accelerator at this point, right? So once I come, again, turn it on, okay? Start slowing down, check the back, make sure that they're able to, they see me that I'm slowing down, okay? Again, comes down to close to here, close, all right? And then of course, open the door, have to open, close the door. Alright, proceed forward. Afterwards, shut it off. Okay? If the signal will make a right. Alright, so these are the basic rules. Okay? Other than that, it's everything about turns and the rest. Okay? So now I'm going to find a spot and then you guys go on. Okay? I'm going to park right in front. Okay. And hopefully this is helpful information for you guys on how to drive the bus. Okay. Any comments and likes and subscribe, let me know. Okay. All right.
扫一扫我的个人联络二维码。